Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for this segment of Service After Albright. I am so excited to introduce you to Daisy from the Peace Corps. Daisy, tell us about yourself and how you've been working with the Peace Corps.
Hi, Karen. Thank you so much for having me. Super excited to be here too. And so currently I am the Peace Corps Regional Recruiter based in the Philadelphia area. And before this, I served as a volunteer. So I was a volunteer in Ecuador from 2017 through 2019 in the education sector there, where I worked as an English teacher and teacher trainer with students of all ages from 7th grade to 12th grade. And we got to do all sorts of different activities with them related to educational learning. And so it is a commitment of 27 months. So I lived in Ecuador for 2 years and 3 months. And now I'm still with the agency as a recruiter.
That is so cool. Oh,
Yeah, it was a great experience.
I'm sure. So now, some students may hear like 27 months and get kind of like, oh, or like Ecuador, that seems really far away. Like, what would be like, the big, but really you should look into it for Peace Corps? Like, what would you tell someone who has that kind of anxiety?
Yeah, and so I mean, absolutely understandable. It is a big commitment, but it's just for me, it was one of the most exciting times of my life, and I got to really build friendships that now last a lifetime with people I may not have met otherwise. And honestly, when you're there, the time flies by, so it didn't feel as long. Or and I was able to also connect with my family back home. I actually had them visit me there. I got to come back home as well during a couple of times, and also to communicate with them via phone and all of that. So it made it seem less lengthy and like I wasn't super far away. I really think this opportunity is exciting because it allows anyone who's interested in seeing a new perspective of the world, and honestly also gaining new skills and applying their skills that they're learning as undergrad students straight into the workforce, and getting some hands-on experience right after they graduate. Also, of course, getting to work towards social justice issues that they may feel passionate about, and continuing to do service if that's something that they're passionate about. It's just a great way to one, learn themselves, but also just provide any skills that they have towards a community that may be in need of them.
Oh, that's awesome. I want to do Peace Corps now.
You should. There is no age limit for the Peace Corps. Anyone can do it at any point. You have to at least have a 4-year degree, and we have people who join at any time in their lives, whether right after they graduate or later on when they, retire. Or we even have couples who serve together. So yeah. There's people from all walks of life really joining the Peace Corps' mission.
That is super cool. So, say I wanted to join the Peace Corps or one of our students, what would be, the next steps or the application process? Can you walk us through that?
Yeah, absolutely. So in order to apply, we do recommend that anyone who's interested consider submitting an application at least 9 months in advance. It can be a bit of a lengthy process due to visas and passports and legal and medical clearances that are needed. So just giving themselves enough time is always recommended. Really, the first step to apply would be to connect with a recruiter. So that would be me for any Albright students, as I can really provide just more detailed guidance for every student or applicant related to what they've studied, what their skills are, and what might be the best fit within the Peace Corps. We do have a ton of different positions, and we also serve in over 60 different countries. So it can be, I think the first kind of step is to see what's the best fit and what they can apply for. The application itself, it is an online application. It takes about an hour to complete online, but you do need 3 really important components in order to submit an application. And that is a resume, of course, 3 references, and also a statement of interest. So really preparing those three components really, really well to make themselves the most competitive that they can is the best way to get started. And so I'm happy to help anyone. I've done like resume reviews and also just, feedback for the statement and all of that. So I'm happy to kind of provide guidance. So submitting that online application with those three components. After that, there are a few, of course, other steps. One of them is completing a health history form to ensure that wherever they serve, they can, have access to whatever medical care that they need. There's also an interview. It's also a virtual interview. It's about an hour long with a placement officer. And I'm also happy to provide interview tips. I've done mock interviews with students to prepare them for that interview. So I'm happy to connect with them that way. And again, really just giving themselves enough time for this process. So if anyone is a senior right now and they're considering, doing service abroad next year after they graduate, a great time to apply would be in the coming months, maybe before December. So yeah, that's sort of the first step, really just connect with me. And also our website, of course, peacecorps.gov, to see like what all the positions are and where we go, the countries. There's tons of videos and stories on our website from volunteers who've served in the past, and they share their projects on our website. And so you can sort of see and read all about them.
Well, that's so awesome. Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and I do also, before ending, I just want to say that for the Peace Corps, it is also a great opportunity for anyone who, like I said before, wants to get some hands-on experience, but even for the future, we provide scholarships for graduate school and also like a pathway for federal employment, which is, I'm currently a federal employee with the agency. So happy to also share more about that with anyone who's interested.
That's incredible. So it really is, like a lifetime opportunity,
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
fun too, and meaningful. For me, it was really meaningful.
Absolutely. What would be like the one thing like that you took away from your experience in Ecuador?
I have to say the connections that I made with the people there. I enjoyed all of the projects that I did related to English education, but I think the most significant part of it for me was just the people that I met, my relationship with my host family, the teachers that I worked with, my fellow Peace Corps volunteers, the friendships that I made there. I feel like they all just shaped my future and my life so much, and I'm still connected with them. They're like some of my closest friends now. I stay in touch with my host family often. I like chat with them like a few times a month. So that is just, out of everything that came out of it, I think those connections and just feeling like I have a second home in Ecuador, and they tell me that all the time. They're like, when are you coming back? They come back. So yeah, for sure. That's definitely the best part of it for me.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Daisy, for joining us. And thank you, Albrightians, for watching. If you have any questions about service opportunities after Albright, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much.
Thank you.